yeah, here we... Okay, maybe every single time I tried to figure out how this works, maybe there was always a dead end and no other exits in either direction. Okay, I was about how many red orbs? Nope, it's just a fucking lantern stuff. But I have achieved my goal with unlocking the thing, so no. The worst thing that could happen now is one of these fucking steel dickheads jumping out of the green and just, you know, steal the stuff I have on me right now. You are not one of these. You steal me. Duck. I hope she likes instability. That was a fast drive. Let's see if the highway actually got connected through this.
Oof. Hell of a journey there. Hope you brought back some goodies.
Many. Is it connected?
Driver, I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you've got a lot on your plate, but if you get a moment, I sent you something through the pneumotubes. Think of it as a personal project. It's not urgent.
Ah. Are you done? It was a good pull, though. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there are the expeditions. They are just, you know, randomly tuning in. Apparently. That is not empty. We are just fully repaired. Ladies and gentlemen, huge ZTE connection upgrade. Alright, I'm interested. Tell me more. Anything in here? Yes. Anything in here? Yes. And you as well. What about you? I'm going to drop, yeah. And you are whatever. Okay, drop. Gone. Okay, I didn't look what kind of pearl this was. But I have it anyway. Okay, go in here immediately. That is a interesting thing, that my loot box is just uncollectible, effectively. I'm not sure if the 3 years felt like 30 years or the 30 years felt like 3 years. Or maybe it was that 3 years are actually 30 years? Who knows?
Thank you. I won't waste your time, I promise. I just... would like to put a suspicion to rest. A while ago, I found out about something Oppie had been working on. She told me she was trying to map out or at least track unreachable areas within the zone. The instability constantly scrambles the landscape, so the method to even map destabilized areas has to be dynamic to stay accurate. Her working theory was that if you could trace the physical matter itself, you could determine a stable layout and a path to it. I don't know what state her prototype is in now. I don't think she ever got it working. But I think I have my own working theory. I know there's a lot happening, so I'll save the details for later. But if you could just help me out, it'd mean a lot to me. You have to understand, Oppie would never work with anyone on this, let alone me. And I just have a hunch. Look around for the machine. She called it the Zeddy system. Huh? She keeps everything, so it has to be somewhere in that garage.
I saw it in the trailer.
When you find it, go on and install the hardware I sent you. That should get it up and running, and that should connect me.
Insane, isn't it? How did I know?
This isn't quite what I thought it was, but maybe this could be useful. It's far more localized, and I'll need more time to really figure this out, but it seems to be waiting for input. Driver, can you check the route planner?
Give me a moment here. I am drinking. I am thirsty. And the seed is as well. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Yappa. Neon Big Dance sign. We have one of those already. Trash. Trash, trash. And more trash. Because we have to go down 2 levels basically by deconstructing this. Alright, you are near color. And you are the stuff I accidentally sucked up and landed here again. Okay, now, this time we're doing this immediately before we accidentally forget it again. We have, on the right side, an extra backpack thing. Rack. We have a rack, okay? Now, we could install extra lights, which is extra fuel, which we have internally once. So this isn't really interesting. Now, in terms of battery, we do have a lightning rod in storage, actually. Yep, there it is. We have one in storage. And I am a very big fan of the mini turbine. So we might as well just get another mini turbine. Because as much as I would love it, I doubt that this will pay out. Then again, we have never made it. So you know what? Sure. Let's make it. Maybe it surprises me. Let me check. Huh? Small clouds. We have a lot of energy right now. Ah. Welcome to expeditions. Expeditions are dangerous challenge runs. New conditions limits what you can bring with you and craft while out. Every successful return will increase the difficulty. Gameplay settings do not take effect while on an expedition. Gameplay settings do...
Well, this is quite different. No wonder Oppie abandoned this. The source of this data is quite old, but with my additions, it does seem to have updated the locations when you booted it up. This isn't the kind of map Oppie talked about wanting to make, but I think we can make this work to track a specific location despite the instability. This will be similar to planning a route, but it might be a challenge, driver. I'm really not sure what to expect.
I'm gambling. Oh! Ah, okay. I can have unrestricted. What do you mean with unrestricted? Huh? What? An hard drive. This unique hard drive contains all the data for and from expeditions constantly updating by the Zeti system, and Francis diligence that it'll always have your next expedition ready. Okay. Pick up the hard drive. I did. Oh, I have to have it in my hand. And now put it in here.
Oh, wow. Yes, this will work with Oppie's Arc device. But there seems to be some restrictions about what you can take with you. What you're seeing is the tracked location and the area surrounding it on a more localized scale than the route planner. This will be dangerous. It'll take a lot of anchor energy, but the Arc device can still get you back through a gateway. We could get a lot of data this way, and from that, more locations when you return. Good luck out there, driver, and be careful. While you're out, I'll keep looking through what we've got.
Ah, okay.
And
We
I'm
need
looking
4
forward to seeing
kilolimbs
the
to
data you
go.
bring
Okay.
back.
Okay. The car can protect you from acid damage. Okay. Fuel drains faster. Discharge. Dense acids. Tell me something new, brother. I already seen one of these. This junction is barren and does not contain much. Ida's exchange junction. Trade scraps for goods. Other junctions. They are plentiful. Junkyards. Anchor junction. Anchors are plentiful. Okay, I see the gist of it. The interference detected. You can't embark. Okay. All items in the trunk. So this probably means this. Is this what it means? No. No items in hand, no items in the backpack. My entire backpack. Okay, and that is allowed to take with me. Ooh, brother, this is going to completely fuck up my storage system. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm logged in anyway, so we might as well just try this. That's a bumper. That is a bumper. You go out here now, though. You go in here. Do I have... Where's the other... Where's the other bumper? Not bumper. The... Didn't I have an armored door somewhere? Some outside lighting would, by the way, really help this. Not gonna lie. I thought I had... Apparently I do not. Oh, that's kind of sad. Anyway. Oh no, Kringe. Okay. Anti-corrosive door. It will be an armored, by the way. Why? Obviously, because otherwise it looks asymmetrical, and we can't have this. So you give me... oh, that looks different. You give me this. You give me a normal armored door. Thank you. Perfect. Next up, this is necessary. We are taking the new thing we have. Okay, when that is green, then obviously we are now using some red. No, that is too equal with the rest of the chassis. It has to be something different. Let's be... Do we have light brown? It's beige... teal? Let's make green. Like, this is a very light green, this is a normal green. Yeah, it looks like ass. I love it. Okay. Nope. Alright. Wait. I just remembered something. Utilities? Where is it? I mean, that's good, but let me tell you, I think of all the things I could have, this is probably the least helpful right now because of my limited trunk space from A to B. Where is this actually? Is it in here? Oh no, I'm an idiot. I already have the bigger... Didn't I? Wasn't... I thought there was a bigger one as well. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we can have it. It is... I am indeed an idiot. Shut up. Give me some circuit boards. And I mean, in this case, we're actually doing multiple of those because I have need of them all the time, every now and then I don't have them. So now we just have them. Could you stop do this? Oh, it was researched when we picked it up. Very good. Any scrap in the trunk? Like, I understand what the left side is going wants to tell me, but it is critically explained. Let's call it like that. It's a bit condescending. Have no items in the red would be a better description. Useless. Okay, hear me out. Every single time I say something is useless, it is actually the most broken and amazing thing ever. So, you know, maybe we should just try these things? Because why not? This is saving me, but I cannot have it because I never died and I will never die. So this is a magnetizer. Okay. Have I never scanned them? The things that make take scrap metal and give you magnets? Have I never used them? Weird. Lightens the vehicle substantially, allowing it to gently fall. Will also be easier to ride the highly unlikely event of a car crash flip. That is kind of useless. 2.5 per second. What the fuck, dude? Okay, I'm really not sure. It just sounds so dumb. Okay, what are you? What is this? What is this doing? I want to know what it is doing. Now go. Disappoint me. Huh? Wait, what? It is a backseat installation. What? No. That is it? I have to decide between having an extra or like more than double the fuel or an idiot-proof system that puts the car into hold? Okay, that is... I'm not gonna lie. If you're playing this game and you think the auto parker is the best invention in sliced bread, who are you? And why did your mother hate you so much? That's like actually unreal. Go. Or force. Yeah, CJ, where did they land? No scrap in the trunk? Oh, any scrapper. I'm not allowed to have scrapper. Okay. Am I? I am majorly confused right now. Like, I think this is the size of the standard trunk. So that is why this is not allowed. Wait, that... Ah, fuck, dude. Okay, hear me out. I'm going to lay these things here. Because I will have a complete aneurysm if I put them into any box. Because from what I gather, no items in backpack means that I'm not allowed to bring anything in the start. Yes, I have to go completely naked. And everything from here is also not allowed. That gives you a good view of what exactly we are always just taking with us. Which is, to be honest, kinda cool. Wait, what? Okay, so no items in hand, no items in the backpack. I need a scrapper. Okay, never mind. Number one. This looks like a fucking death sentence in here. Okay, so I'm allowed to do this. All items in trunk. What the fuck do you mean? Like, do I have to fill this? Is that what the game is trying to tell me? I have to fill this? Okay, I take I take some repair? This will never work. I'm feeling dumb right now. All items in trunk. What the fuck is all items for you? Like, this is not allowed. This is a normal item. This is maybe the pie bar. Pie bar is... Oh, never mind. I thought the pie bar is 4. Well then, do I have some food in here? Boys, I'm gonna tell you right now, this looks like a fucking major event has gone wrong. And I'm unsure what the game wants from me. This feels so dumb. Okay. It is what I expected previously, but then I ignored my own interpretation of the rule. Okay, never mind. I am an idiot. Still, that could have been explained differently. This is a thing you have never to consider when you're playing this quote-unquote live for the first time without experiencing the update, because obviously you will only have these things. Ah, fuck, dude. Okay. So, what does one want to take with me? I am allowed to have this, but probably empty only. Then hear me out. I'm taking the electrician's kit. I'm taking all the flares and putty. And some first aid kit, and some of that, and some of that. Okay. We are taking... we're taking a vacuum with us, because it is really nice to have, and I hate it when it is tedious. We cannot take these... can I take a magnetic hammer with me? Yes, I can. However, I only have... Well, that's no problem. We can make a new one. Because if we have... give me this. Because that shouldn't be a problem if we have the method to fix this. I hope this is not an issue, because I just want to have my items that I previously had with me in here. And it would just not make sense if this is the case, okay? Alright. This would work. Good. Then hear me out. I am going to take everything that is maintenance material and put it in here, as it should be. That is, the vacuum goes here. I take 2 putty, and more is not needed. We have some healing, we have convenience, and stuff to get. Perfect. Now we're looking like a fucking idiot in here. And then, I mean, I could just dismantle this, but... Yeah, let's be honest, we don't want to take all day with that. But if the amount of loot is absolutely astonishing, then we might as well just replace this with something. Signal established. Finally. Well, that took a half day. Yeah, not really good explained. Gotta be honest here. This sport is a bit junky. Alright, and now we're going in basically naked. But we can craft tier 2 items. Which, you know, kinda good. Oh, is this the time? What is this? Is this time, or is this like if I'm doing 1, 2, 3, after the 4th one I would get disruptive discharge all the time? Is that what it means? Okay, first and fistmost. I have to end here. Period. No other option. Well then, we go here, 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 here. Right? Isn't that like the obvious route? Getting a shit ton of anchors right before going to the funny place? Isn't that... should be quite obvious. Oh yeah, we have that. They haven't taken that away from us. I can and will use this. Perfect. Couldn't been better. Oh yeah, by the way, give me those things. I am now allowed to have them. Beep, beep, beep. My backpack is now allowed to exist. I'm guessing we are just, you know, taking everything? Like, literally everything? I haven't swapped you out. Whatever. Yeah, we could make this. Where are the good scrappers, though? Tools. Magnetic hammer, basically impossible unless we find limb magnets, which is highly impossible. This is also not really possible. This is possible, quite easily even. We just need plasma. I'm just going to leave this here. The wind is, by the way, giving us infinite energy while we're here. Wind turbine, huh? By the way, solar panel. Solar panel. What? Oh. Interesting. I have to sacrifice 30 energy to open that? Is that what I'm getting here? Well, that is a concept, to be sure. But we do have quite a lot of wind right now, and I didn't heal myself when we were in the thing. Yeah, it is. It's actually what I think it is. Well, it makes battery just even more important. Okay, this is how I'm disengaging it. Gotcha. Oops, sorry. Cool, thank you for the slight downfall. I really, really appreciate it. No, really, that is no sarcasm. Well, that cost quite a lot of energy, not gonna lie. Maybe they have different conditions, what you have to do to get them. Because costing a lot, and I mean a lot of energy to get even the slightest amount of stuff, of charge, effectively translates to you are forced to main electricity upgrades in any way or form, or alternatively, hear me out, have somehow a knowledge of what the surroundings have in terms of energy and build your car depending on that. What does unrestricted mean? Hello? There we are. Don't care. Acid compounds detected. Part of the zone remarkably. Whatever. Yeah, we've seen those. Don't care. That is the workbench. The price for Ida's craft secrets is unknown, but she made this item unaffected by the Zeti system's embark condition. Ah, so like this is a thing you could hold in your backpack, or you can have it in your hands, or something like that. Basically, you are not restricted. You are, some might say, unrestricted with these items. Huh? See what I did there? I heard a strange noise when I just entered. Whatever. Well, since I have nothing, I take all you got. Thank you. Would it make sense to, like, sacrifice 2 slots to take a certain resource with me? Limb magnets or plasma would be arguably a thing you could take with you. That was acid rain, wasn't it? Why have I moved the car like 2 meters and then stopped? Or whatever. Oh. I don't have the pipe bow with me. Is it actually passing over me? How lucky for me. Yeah, it seems that my not healing me was quite a mistake, huh? Which will leave me no choice to use the auto dock, which costs a lot of energy. Never mind. That is a good find, actually. Can you remember when we had to use one of those? That's been quite a moment. Okay, listen. My health is low already. You spawning inside me while I am doing inventorying is not helping that. A random scrapper. Cool. Yeah, but that is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. There is nothing I can do when they spawn inside of me. Huge. Very, very huge, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could like have a second car for this. Not joking. I wish I could have a second car where I have a completely different inventory management in that regard, because this is really painful for me to have my entire inventory effectively get reset every single time I want to do an expedition. It's kind of sad. I mean, I can use this probably for, you know, resource collection. The question I have most here is, you know, I have everything. And yeah, I do need a lot of things if I want to make tools on the fly. And then there is just the question of, why should I do this? Why would I want to have these things with me? The story is giving you more than enough things already. So I'm not doing this for yeah, I'm not doing it for materials, because I can get these in the story mode. And the rewards from the expedition, well, they are not interesting right now. Maybe in the higher difficulties they are extremely interesting. Imagine any tool with the condition infinite. That is something you can bait me with, I'm gonna be honest. Having much is good. Having infinite of something is the best. And in this regard, I am very easy to read. I haven't even seen that this is. What the fuck? That's such a weird fucking way. Why would you take this? It feels like the map generator just got fucking drunk. Ah, whatever. Unless you have a high amount of funny loot box pearls in here. That is also something you can bait me with. Let's call it bait. Cause, oh, that's a normal ass dumpster. Lame. Cool. I think. Is that cool? I'm not sure. Yoink. Not going there. Thank you. And yes, I know my fuel tank is somehow damaged. Probably worn out as well. Wouldn't wonder me. I don't care right now. Or do I care? It's highly unlikely that I can fix it. Other than previously, I'm not having 1 gorillion amounts of stuff. Yeah. It's worn out. Of course. What did you think? Alright. Acid drains more fuel. The sentence drains more implies that it is doing that already without me noticing. Because more, in my mind, means there is a multiplier on top of it. And 0 drain times 0 times 1.5 or something like that is still 0. Cool. Fuel on the entry. Funny. And acid clouds as well. Feeling quite generous today. And luckily not loud at all. Think you can hide by setting yourself next to an acid cloud? No. No, brother, that's not how it works. I really hope it is not energy, because if it's energy, then I'm more or less required to make more battery upgrades and bring extra materials to build either ion torches, that is one method, ion torches, or a lot of jumping cables. Take your bet what works better. It's just fucking dog shit cars without even something in the back. Yeah, that's a bit, this is encouraging, huh? So, the wrecks are just that. Useless, dumb wrecks. Okay, we are skipping scrapyards from now on. Or do we? How much scrap do you give? I mean, yes, you're giving something. Is it enough to justify Me spending time here? Ooh, hard gamble. I'm not sure. We are in the swamp region right now, right? This normally doesn't have the tree candy things, right? Oh, I'm done. One of those. All right. The game immediately told me that I am not welcome here. I'm going to take this as a signature to leave. Maybe we are going up the tower before we destroy the thing. Interesting. Instead of, you know, whumping my car, you decide to do this. I'm not sure if I'm surprised by this or straight up confused. I'm actually taking one of those though. Going on these towers is not working by the game. Conduct the shit. Don't mind if I do. This one is just secure. We could force that open. And it would probably make more sense to do this right now. But have you ever considered me doing that at the end when we are back? I know, brilliant idea. Okay, that is... I wouldn't say that's a good thing. That just means I have to mainline jumper cable. Speaking of, where are they? Yeah. Like, sure, I can make them. But you see the problem. Now I'm just required to do this. Or I'm unlucky and there are multiple methods how I can unsecure them. And just by coincidence, every single time I got... every single time, 2 times. I got the battery requirement. Could be. Could be. Until it has been a 3rd time, you are still talking coincidence. But after a 3rd time, that's set in fucking stone. Dickheads. What is this one? Oh, that's my other storage, isn't it? Where's that noise? Yeah, well, I guess maybe it's open. That's the radio. But I really couldn't care less about that. I was about to say, I don't have reception in here? Apparently the randomized zone randomizes by radio as well. Truly outstanding. So this is why battery is listed on this view, as well as with the energy I currently have and the scrap. Radiation does more damage. Woo! Good modifier. By the way, I just realized that one anchor effectively is the cost of one jumper cable. Which really just translates to you need more batteries or find batteries so you can make jumper cables. Oh, this is not a full one. Not unless your tank is full enough. How are we sealing today? Good. This is probably also... Oops. Yeah, it's sealing kit. Probably the worst decision of both, but I have to pee now. Sorry! Hello. Sorry. Where are they? Gypsy. Sour cream onion. I have to say, there is not a lot of stuff here that is worth stopping for in any way or form. Which, okay, hear me out, hear me out. You know, well, why am I have to probably bring my car anyway. You know what the good thing on this is? That we are I'm not having much on the map. It makes me quite happy to just drive a lot, which is good for my propeller that makes energy. And it is more or less getting day, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing the sun somewhat. There it is. Okay, that is not where the middle point is. So they now finally randomize. I think the default radiation, like the one we are currently experiencing, the background radiation, sometimes the 2.5, those do not really seem upgraded in that regard. How? Really? I never looked at that? Really? Okay, I apparently never scanned a fucking hazmat case, even though I've been looking inside and taking every single thing since the game started. Fuck. I truly am an idiot. Apparently it is. All of it is paid with energy. This is... I don't know, dude. I don't know. Costs a lot of batteries. Come on, this stuff is killing me. At least nothing is happening after I... Why do I even say something? Why do I even say something? Okay, boys, listen. I don't have time for this. For a moment I was confused why my car is doing anything but not what I want. Bubble buddies, or whatever they're called. Gummy buddies. Dickheads. Yeah, I guess my the most items I will take with me is not going to be a repair putty, but jumper cables in extreme numbers. 40 or 30, 25-ish energy is one cable. They stack to 3 probably. So maybe it is worth to bring these plasma torches other than the jumper cables. If only you could repair them, then maybe it is actually a good idea to roll enough times until you have a untouchable, unauthorized, authorized, whatever. One of those purple stars that you can take into the zone besides the normal restriction. Unrestricted, right. Unrestricted was the modifier. Then, hear me out, then you could actually think about taking a sneaky approach, getting this one expedition done so you have that, and then you can take those on hard expedition. The problem with this, the problem with this is sadly that tools cannot be repaired. So you have one unrestricted plasma charger and then what? It's broken at some point and you're back to square one. Which I guess is what the game wants from you, but that's not what I'm going to play. Endless expedition, fun on paper. Kinda. Electric damage drains the battery. Ah, and battery sapping. So the longer you drive around, the more fucked you are. Gotcha. True. The all the background radiation is really building up. Some might even say it annoys me. And you would be correct. But hey, our solar panel is working right now, boys. I still haven't made a new pipe up. I really should do so. Huge. Actually huge. That is not even a joke, by the way. Where am I going? That was on design, by the way. I'm not mispressed. I wanted to get myself a small bit. Is it this one? Okay, they are really scattered now. Oh, whatever. When the weather continues to be absolute fucking dog shit, then going full. I mean, 4 times wind wheel. It seems like the actual. Oh, it seems like the actually matter in this one. It's a cheap one. Well, is it still 1 charge or is it 0.5? Well, have we ever considered? Dying in a ditch. Huh? Fucking morons. So things still happen even though you have to pay for it. Not a good deal. Not a good deal. I don't even know how much my solar panel is really doing. Like, I have a number, yeah, the game gave me a number, sure. But the wind panel is also working most of the time here. Especially when I drive, and it's kind of foggy. I don't think there's a lot of energy to be gained right now. Wind energy seems to be a big matter. Rise up, wind energy gang. Okay, you know what? Unpacking time. But not while I'm standing on radiation. What? Not while I'm standing on radiation. It's been some time since we found some lore, and it's kind of ironic that the first time we find lore in a long time is not even in a lore place. Okay, now that I think about it, we had like 2 times where there was lore, but I decided to ignore it. Go.
So that's the history of the Olympic Exclusion Zone. We know it absolutely existed and that something blighted the area. Dr. Ophelia Turner was a real person who grew up there, and LIM technology, claimed to be her invention, was the reason the zone was created. The facts point to either the pursuit of LIM or the technology itself doing something terrible to the area, and maybe even to the people who stayed behind. For such a vast, valuable area as the Olympic Peninsula to be lost to the world for the indefinite future, someone needed to take the fall. The evidence in this corner paints the target square on the martyr part of this equation. Or did Dr. Ophelia Turner know what she was unleashing upon her homeland? If she did it willingly, then she would have been a monster.
Me
But
be
if the
like,
government
what was this
strung her
noise?
into it, then she would have had no choice but to become a martyr. To answer that question, we need more information still.
It is fair to assume, ladies and gentlemen, that this shell... It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Removed. For eternity. Well, well, well. Okay, hear me out. I'm looking what it needs, just to be disappointed, see that it's energy again, and then leave. Yeah. No. I don't need extra energy. For what? For what, I ask? To add it to my 16 unstable energy I have back at home? Maybe? The funny floating rocks, my favorite. Energy again. I don't know if the... That could actually be a mechanic, that the longer you take, like the more modifiers are being added to your bag, the cheaper it becomes to open these angles. Because at some point, everything drains more and... Hello! Everything drains more energy, your energy stops twice as fast, you have disrupted charges. I gotta be honest, at some point you don't have the possibility to just get more stuff. Hello Jaden, how are you doing today? We are currently testing out the new feature, Expeditions. And they are... a thing. Yes,